Hello everyone, it's Clint. My computer keeps crashing, so I'm going to do this in one take, no cuts whatsoever. I have some important news. This is pretty serious, and obviously I need to address it here, but I'll just cut to the chase. Downcast is no longer being published through Alterna Comics, or republished rather, and so those single issues with the Alterna logo are no longer going to be produced. Issue 7, if you backed issue 7 on the campaign, you should be getting issue 7, but that'll be the last Alterna Comics issue. It's not just Downcast, it's also Gods and Gears, Legends of Log, Mighty Mascots, and Voidwalker. A few things I want to address here. I think the most important one is, what's going to happen to Downcast? And then the less important question, but the one that I've been getting all day, is why. So let me first address the why. It's going to be a really unsatisfying answer. I talked with Peter directly, and we talked about sales numbers. We talked about, some very specific numbers that he had laid out way back in, I think, August or September. And Downcast just fell short. This was our conversation that we had very dispassionately, and the decision was made that Downcast would no longer be published with Alterna. That was the discussion that we had. It's business. According to that discussion, it's business. Let me say something first, though. For any of you, I've seen rumor mills or random comments on Twitter that are, don't make any sense whatsoever. And first off, I got to say my conduct as an Alterna creator was absolutely professional 100% of the time. I met and exceeded all expectations when it came to professionalism. So, if anybody raises that question, I would 100% refute that. Those are rumors or lies outright. And so, again, would not change anything with my conduct. And I continue to act as a professional throughout. Has nothing to do with that, again, per our discussion. Also, I can tell you that I grew to really, really like a lot of Alterna creators. Every single Alterna creator, and I didn't know all of them super well. Alterna creators, or now former Alterna creators, I love these guys. It's been a lot of fun. And so I can tell you that these other titles, Ryan Wynn with Gods and Gears, Legends of Log, you got Ski there, Mighty Mascots, Keith Gleason, Spencer Desmond. These are absolutely good men. They're honorable men, and I would absolutely vouch for them. Cool guys, great guys. They care about comics, and I think every single one of them is going to continue making comics. So I look forward to what they do. Now that that's out of the way, what's going to happen next with Downcast? Well, I'll tell you, and I tried to make a point of saying republished through Alterna Comics, because the fact is that Downcast has always been first and foremost published through crowdfunding. It has been published because of viewers like you, because with that very first volume that honestly I didn't know, I was desperately hoping that I was going to be able to raise, $7,500 so I could scrape together enough money to just make some kind of a book on the cheapest possible way to print that book. And, it raised over $30,000, over $31,000. And, here we are. Here we are now. That was back in 2019. So now in 2023, I've got Downcast Volume 4 queued up. I have Fatal at the printer and is shipping very, very soon. Again, nothing's happening until that book ships. And I think, when I talked to Vaughn Klaus behind the scenes a little bit, he said, I'm paraphrasing, but something to the effect of, through our comic book career, there are ups and downs all the time. The good news is that there are ups again. And, he's absolutely right. It's been, I think I've seen so many other creators go through rocky times and great times, and that is just the nature of the beast. So when it comes down to it, if you want to keep seeing more Downcast comic books, more Downcast comic books are coming. I put a lot of work, I put a lot of risk into making these books and a lot of money into it. and a ton of effort. And so, yeah, I just, at the end of the day, thank you. Now, if you were following Downcast through single issues, you might be worried that, well, now what I'm going to do, total bummer. Well, it is a bummer. I wanted it to get to issue 15, but I'm not barring anything out. I'm not looking for any new publishers. Again, the focus has been and will continue to be the initial publication, because I need that money in order to actually produce the comic book. So that's always number one. But I'm open to the idea of continuing series. I already know a lot of printers. Turns out I know a guy that works in publishing. That's me, and I can do single issues if there is demand for it, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. So, cry a tear, be sad for a moment, but don't let it last, because I'm moving forward. In fact, I already am moving forward, and I'm really excited, for what comes next. Yeah, that's basically all there is. If you have any questions, let me know, but I've given you the answers that I can give you, and that's just what it is. So appreciate your support. I hope you'll continue to support, and this is all the more reason that Downcast 4, Volume 4 Hunting Ground could really use your support. We worked really hard on the book, and if you've been a fan of the series, you're going to love this next one. So appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.